Also, I need this to get on to the vendors, and hopefully they're following this, but again, I'm going to try to link this into several places. So, CFR, the fun starts Friday night. I will be getting there Friday night. My last patient is at 5. I should be finished my notes, I hope, by about 6. Am I saying that right? Sorry, my last patient is at 4. I'm tired. I should be finishing my notes about 5:30. That means I will be getting there at 6:30. Anybody who wants to go out to dinner, yes. But I'm going to unpack the car first. I have a suite. Yes, that came through. Ethan, our PR person who arranged this, came through with a suite. I am in room number 118, which is nice. It is a multi-story hotel, but I'll be on the ground floor, and the convention room that we're using, the Valencia room, is on the ground floor. Now, as I come in, people have asked, is there a loading dock? No. You bring it in from the parking lot, whatever you're bringing in. Oh, hello, Minerva. Minerva joins. Yes, Minerva joins us. I don't know if you heard that meow. She just gave a big meow while I was talking. Okay, so we are unloading everything from the parking lot. It is just one step up, as far as I know, one step onto the sidewalk, and there you are. When you come into the hotel, okay, you walk into the lobby, and the desk, I believe, is on your left, and there's also a small meal place in there, like they do their own little restaurant. Here, say hello. Say, black cats are good luck. Halloween was great. Anyway, and so you come in and you're sort of looking at the lobby, and on your left is the desk. And I believe slightly to your left are the elevators, and they go to the rooms. And there's also a hallway to the ground floor rooms, I believe. Yes, we are talking about CFR, Kim Migo. And so when you come in, you will see the desk on your left, and basically the rooms, the bedrooms and all that are on your left. There is an elevator, but again, I'm on the ground floor in 118, and I have a suite. All right, and so if you turn right, you will pass the elevator, and you will see the Valencia room. As you go forward, you turn right, and it'll be on your left. Now I'm getting tired and confused where everything is, but this is what I remember, okay? If you walk into the Valencia room, you will see a door out to the pool area. So you know what that means, kids. We will be using that area too. Now, the problem on Friday, I do not know if they have an event in there on Friday night. If they don't, this may be golden for us. I will probably end up asking the front desk if there is no event on Friday night in that room. I will ask them if we can have access to it, because it just would be a good place to hang out. But we also will have my suite on, 118. So, and this is such good news to me. I'm sort of relieved. All right. So no big heavy things to load or to lift. We're all staying in, as far as the Valencia room where the event is, we're in there on Saturday, and it's ground floor. Easy to get to. Behind it is the pool, which also opens up onto the lobby. It seems to me there's one or two other rooms back there with the Valencia room, but I remember the Valencia room as you walk to your right when you enter, and then you look on your left past the elevator. And I remember that as being kind of a space unto itself with the pool opening from the back of it. So that's very, very nice. Friday night, I will be packing the goodie bags after dinner. So I'm going to go to dinner with whomever, and then I'm going to come home, and I'm going to be stuffing goodie bags. Anybody who would like to join me who's there to do it, absolutely be looking forward to it. Gigi, I did get your message that you will be in late, so you will probably be missing that event. Please, Lord, don't make me stuff them Saturday morning. I'll be crazy. Okay, so that takes us through Friday night. I do not know if we have a way to assemble our spinning wheels in one common place the way we used to do in Tehachapi, and then just hang out and spin Friday night. If all else fails, we will be doing it in my suite. If that's what you want to do, I would be great with that. However, I'm old. There's a curfew. I just don't know what time it is because I'm probably going to be running on adrenaline. All right, Saturday morning, we have the room from 9 to 5. Those are the official hours. If I can get them to open things earlier, I certainly will. If you are a vendor and you arrive earlier and you have stuff to unload, my guess is you're probably going to be able to do it in that hallway anyway. But if you're a vendor and you're unloading stuff, I would say go to the front desk, let them know who you are, and see if they can help you in any interesting way. All right, so I'm going to breakfast. I don't even know if there's breakfast included. There is a breakfast area there, so you should be able to buy a breakfast if you didn't bring your own food. I'm seriously considering bringing my Instant Pot and just having tea nonstop in my Instant Pot. If you're really good, I might bring it down to the actual event. We could have tea in there nonstop. They will be providing us with water service, so we get ice water in glasses. Okay, so that's nice. They offered us water bottles. I said no because I don't want the issue of bottles everywhere, but also I just want to try to contain what we're doing to that space, and I think you get more water this way, frankly, than you would if everybody just gets one water bottle. So, yeah, we will have ice water in the room, and if I can fit it in the car, we'll also have an Instant Pot with hot water. And so if you want to bring instant tea, instant coffee, or if it's me, I may have tea in the Instant Pot. We will see what we can mix up, okay? I'm not that advanced yet. All right, so now it's Saturday morning. At 9 a.m., we are going to all be out by the pool. They are giving us what they call banqueting chairs. I think they're folding chairs that look pretty. So we should be able to haul those around and meet out by the pool. The vendors get first dibs. We open the room, and they are going to start setting up. Now, one vendor asked for 3 hours, and I'm going to say no because I don't think that's really fair to the attendees. I think what I want the vendors to know, we have a 30-foot by 20-foot room, 9 feet high. We have 4 vendors. We have 4 walls. You can sort of see where I'm going, can't you? Every vendor is going to get a whole wall. And so you bring all your stuff in and you spread it out on your wall. Well, hello, Lila Macaulay, PhD. My goodness, that's nice to see. Okay, every vendor, you're getting a whole wall. So you bring in all your stuff. Again, you're bringing it in from the parking lot up one step into the lobby, turn right, and then Valencia room on the left. You bring in your stuff, put it along your wall. Okay, you can set up or not set up as much as you want. That's really on you. I'm not going to worry about that. We have always counted on our vendors to work things out. That, in other words, I'm not a vendor and I don't know your needs beyond a sort of primitive understanding. So I'm counting on you to all get along. We have 4 great vendors, so I'm not worried about this. I could not like or trust these people more. I think it's just going to be easy and sensational, okay? What I would say to the vendors is let us not get all freaked out and worked up. This is not, oh, thank you, Kim. Kim Migo saying helpful things here. This is the knitting retreat of love, okay? It is really key. A major rule has always been we're good to each other. We take care of each other. We're not getting upset at each other. Things will go wrong. Welcome to It's a CFR. But it's going to be okay, and we're all going to work on being harmonious over every other thing. And, you know, one vendor just said, well, I was going to bring all these racks, but I think I'll just be bringing bins. You know what? We are so lucky to have these vendors. I mean, these are world class. We could not be doing better. So vendors, okay. Now, meanwhile, since they do want time, I'm trying to negotiate this a little better. 9 to 10 o'clock, we're out by the pool. The weather is supposed to be good during the days. The mornings are in the mid-50s. The days are in the mid-70s, okay? Sweaters in the morning, people. And then in the afternoon, probably T-shirts. That's the weather at this time in Southern California. So we will be out by the pool. The weather is supposed to be good. We may get slight overcast. That's about it. Nobody's predicting rain. So we're going to be out by the pool. Drag your chairs out there if you want to. Normally at the pool, I introduce myself. We go around and introduce everybody else. Hello, my dear Tina. We introduce everybody else, and then we do the raffles. And we also do the schedule. And yeah, there's always last-minute changes to the schedule. It hurts, but it's real. So that's 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, the vendors will probably still be setting up. So 10 o'clock, we're going to do Jasmine Knitmore's wonderful steeking class that we are so lucky to have. Nice advanced skill. We have a very advanced bunch of people here, so I'm very, very happy about the steeking class. I was afraid we were not going to come down with good enough classes or skills. Okay, so I'm looking at that as being 10 to 11. At 11, I'm just going to check in with the vendors and see if we can cut you loose. So tentatively, what we're doing at 11, we're going to cut you loose with the vendors, I hope. About 11:30, I'm going to do my meditation class. I am going to say, I don't know how many people want to actually do a mindfulness. It's really mindfulness meditation, whatever you want to call it. I'm thinking about half an hour. I'm just going to talk about why we do this, what it does for us real quick. And then we're going to just do a quick sample. Here's one way you can do this. Those of you who did the cognitive mindfulness retreats will recognize a lot of what I say, although I have improved it in the last 10 years. Okay, so we're going to do that. Lunch, I want lunch to be noon firm. I want us to get out noon to 2. because I want to give you time to be with the vendors. And also after lunch, we're just doing skills group. Now, I have not firmed this up, but I'd like Steffi Joe at 2:00 to be doing her sock class. And by the way, if you notice I'm bouncing, it's because I'm rocking in my green rocker. Thank you. So I want Steffi Joe at 2 to be doing her listen to me. And I can't correct it. It's not a podcast. I want her to be doing her sock class. And I'm going to let her manage exactly what she's doing, but I believe she's talking about afterthought heels, which is also a form of steeking. We have a theme. After that, I think what we're going to do is just go to the conference room, the Valencia room, and we're just going to say, okay, let's organize who has the skill they're willing to give and who wants it. And we'll see. If we just have the occasional, like, I want this, well, I don't need that, but I want this other thing, we'll just try to assign it. We have one person who offered to set up a table and give all her skills. And the problem with that is we just have a lot of people with a lot of skills. I don't think that one person is really going to, I think that's too much. But I think that's a possibility that we can just set up a table and say, if you have a skill that you need, come to this table. Somebody did ask me, sorry, I'm getting a message from a patient there. Somebody asked me, would you help me set up a nano wheel? Yes, I have, I believe, at least one in a box that I need to set up, one of the newer ones. So I will bring the nano wheel, and that will be what I'll be doing. But I think if we get Steffi Joe to do a sock class first, I would say that's going to be 2 to 3 or 2 to 2:30, however long she wants to do it. And then after that, we're going to do the skills, okay? We lose the room at 5. They may have an evening event. I don't know. I'm going to ask them when I get there. So far, they have not said so. So they may have an evening event. And that means we're out of there at 5, and that means 5 sharp. And vendors take note that if you're doing a huge setup and then you have to do a huge takedown, really think about our time to be with you and to buy your beautiful things. Now, we have Brenda Castile, good stuff. She's coming. She, I believe, is bringing the yarns, the sea glass colorway from Dizzy Blonde Studios. Meanwhile, I am hoping that our other two, that Laser Sheep and Oink, are bringing show colorways. They had said they wanted to. I have not so far been given any pictures, but the minute I get them, I will post them. I would really like you to buy show colorways. I really want us to buy. We've always had good years with this. I've had people tell me they made more money at CFR than they made at Stitches West. So, please bring your pennies and let's go. Please buy from our vendors. We will be raffling off at least one prize from each vendor, and we have a whole lot of other prizes. Now, meanwhile, when you get there in the morning, you're going to go to the check-in desk. I'm going to try to open that at about 8:30, okay? You're going to check in. You're going to get your raffle tickets. You're going to get your goodie bag. And so you have to be at the pool in time for the raffles. Probably that's going to be more like 9:30-ish, okay? But if you want to be in on this stuff, you have to be there at 8:30 to get all this stuff, okay? If you show up at 10:30 because you came late or whatever, and I'm really sorry if traffic delays you, you might miss things, all right? And then the raffles are amazing. The Etsy vendors sent us wonderful things. The goodie bags are stuffed with things from our Etsy vendors. They are all listed in the show notes at cognitivepodcast.blogspot.com. Please patronize them. And we will have at least one nice giftie from each one of our 4 vendors who's on the site, okay? Oh my gosh, okay. And I think we may have extra raffle prizes like the goodie. Sorry, let me try that again. I think we may have extra goodie bags for the raffle prizes. So this could be really wonderful. Now, meanwhile, there's 2 local knitting groups, and I want them to be aware of us, and I want them to feel able to come. So I told them these are the second Saturday knitters, I think, second Saturday stitchers, and then Yarnopoly. Okay, if you're doing front desk with me, you're going to want to remember them. So I think we're going to have a grand total of like 3 people from them. Okay, but I want them, they get admission. They're okay. We've already worked this out. They're getting a free admission. They're not getting raffle tickets. They're not getting a goodie bag. But raffle tickets, if you bring a completed mother bear, you get an extra raffle ticket per bear. And I mean completed, not I'm going to put the face on it today. It has to be, have a face, be ready to be put in a box and sent to mother bear. Meanwhile, we have some other events going on, lovely things going on at the same time. First of all, the mini skein trade. just bring all your mini skeins. I don't care what their size is. You're adults, work it out. So if I hand you a 5-gram ball and you hand me a 20-gram ball, you're, not being smart there, okay? Work it out with each other. To help with that, I'm going to bring a scale, a little yarn scale, okay? So you will be able to weigh your stuff. Also, Curly, Alpenglow, she will probably have similar measurement tools. She has said, I think, that she's bringing a spool winder, and I'm thinking I'm going to try to bring a ball winder myself. I can't think if she said she's bringing a Swift or a ball winder, but I'm going to try to bring my ball winder. Little cheap thing, please be nice to it. One of the little cheap nitpicks numbers that I got because I broke my beautiful one. Okay, so we will have a scale to weigh mini skeins so that you can do equitable trades, and we will have a lot of other tools there to help. Okay, so that's the mini skein trade. Whatever size you have, make whatever trades you can make. Having said that, I am also bringing a few starter rounds of the Abyss cowl. I've been talking about the Abyss cowl on the podcast. It is a simple cowl. You do a chain row, and then every row after it is single crochet 1, chain 1. And you're going to do the crochet into the chain spaces on each row. Okay, so you get this nice alternating sort of sawtooth stitch. Very, very easy to make. But to do that, you have to you have to chain. I use 176. The recipe originally says 166. And the recipe's in the show notes for 154 and will probably be in it for episode 155. Okay. But I'm just going to chain a few of those. And then I'm going to do row 1 because row 1's a little tricky. And then you change color every row if you want. You can just do it all in one color if you want. Why am I doing this? I think I'm going to throw these into the raffle, and I'm going to see if I can pick up some D, as in dog, hooks. So I'm looking at having some raffle prizes that will set you up for the mini skein exchange. Having said that, I think it is a badly kept secret that the wonderful, beautiful Christina, who just happens to be on this listening right now, as far as I know, she sent us mini skeins for the goodie bag. So everybody's in the mini skein exchange, kids. And what I was thinking is if you have these starters for the cowl, you can either make one at home with your mini skeins before you come. You can start it right there if you want to. But if you have this, then all you have to do is sit down with someone, trade a skein. Each of you sit there and do a row, tie it off, trade the skeins back, and move on to the next person. So by the end of this, if you're a crocheter, you're going to have a very easy cowl by Saturday night. So I think this would be a really nice idea. And I noticed, Mary D, you just joined us. You might have to go back to the beginning of this one. I'm doing a live telling all the details we know about CFR. Okay, so we've done the schedule and how you load and unload and where my room is, 118, and classes. And now we're on to the side events like the mini skein swap. Okay, that's the mini skein swap. We are also doing a yarn swap. I'm going to see if I can find a table and just set it out. You can sit by the table and trade all the yarn you want. You can just put your yarn on the table and walk away. At the end of the day, Jasmine Knitmore wants to take the yarn back to her kids' knitting group up in Northern California, and I think that's a fabulous idea. If she's not doing that, we'll send it to Mother Bear. Okay. Meanwhile, speaking of that yarn table, the incredible Steffi Joe, who I have to tell you right now, she's been the second person working on this. She's really had my back behind this, and I'm so grateful. So Steffi Joe wants to set up Mother Bear kits. She's going to pre-measure yarn and put it in a bag and sell these for $3, and we will donate that to Mother Bear. I do not have plans right now to send the bears that we gather at the event, to send them to Mother Bear. I do not have that plan. So you're going to bring a bear, get an extra raffle ticket, and then you're going to take it home. Okay. Because we had to pay a lot this year because we have to pay for the event room. And that on top of, the other costs has not been cheap. But there's good news on that one too. So we won't be sending off to Mother Bear, but hopefully we will send a cash donation at the end of the day. I think I have to try to remember to get a pre-stamped insured mailer, and I'll write a check to Mother Bear, and we will send it from there. Or I will go get a cashier's check the next working day. But anyway, we hope to do that with anything we make off the Mother Bear kits. If you get a Mother Bear kit, remember these are worsted weight yarn. So you bring the appropriate needles and hooks. If you want to crochet them, I believe I used, I think I was using an H hook on those, but somewhere in there. And if you want to knit it, again, size 7, size 8, size 9 needles, whatever you like. please go to motherbearproject.org to see their instructions for how to make a bear. Okay, but bring your hooks and needles because you can buy a kit and cast on or chain for a mother bear right there. And we would love that. We would love, I'd like to reconnect with Mother Bear. I've been a little bit out of circulation. Whoa, I'm going to speak English. I've been a little bit out of circulation with them. So I'm happy. I'm hoping we'll make a decent donation to them. Look, if we only get $3, then I'll donate $3. That's great. But that's Mother Bear, and that's the yarn stuff. Hello, let's see. What else have I got here? Saturday evening, we traditionally all go to lunch together, and we all go to dinner together Saturday evening. That's probably going to be about 6. We want to give time to clear out the room for everybody to take a shower or change their clothes or do whatever they want to do. And we will also locate some good places to go. Things you should know. We're sitting on top of Restaurant Central here. Yay, Chewy Ducks. We're sitting on top of Restaurant Central here. This is the Santa Clarita Valley. It is consumer paradise. Any food you want, you're going to find. Chinese, sushi. Oh, my Lord. I can't even think. There's so many different types. Greek, Mediterranean. Notice I'm not saying American, but it's there too. There's 1,000,001 burger places. There's a mall about 5 minutes from where we're going to be. This just could not. There's a good lazy dog at the mall. That's a really nice one. There's so much here. Okay, so we usually go out Saturday evening to dinner. And I'm going to say if we can't use the event room, then we're going to be using my suite, and we'll do the wheel setups in my suite and in the hall. I asked them to put our rooms as close together as they could. Now, I'm on 118. That's my room, and if you need me, you need to know that. And so I'm at 118, and so when in doubt, you come to 118. If you don't know what else is going on, come to my room, and I will help you find what you need to know. I have another patient. Oh, I'm running close to my next patient. Wow, this was much longer than I thought it would be. Hello, Ann, my dear. This is the CFR update. I am going to try to get the video off this, and I will try to post it as a spare podcast episode. Also, please remember, all the information that I have has been gathered on the cognitive group on Ravelry. There is a thread under the cognitive podcast group, and it's called CFR23 information thread, so we can't be any more clear than this. Now, that's Saturday night. Sunday morning, yes, the fun never ends. Sunday morning, I know people will be leaving, and that's great. I have always done a debriefing. We find a local restaurant, and we all go there, and we sit and we talk about what went well and what could be better at CFR. We do this with love and kindness to each other. Please remember, I've put a lot of work into this. Okay, but we're going to do the debriefing. The hotel has already told me they want to work with us next year and they want to lower our costs, which I'm very happy about. I am hoping this will mean that it will not be $35 next year. I'm hoping that the price will drop, maybe $30 or $25. I have not been comfortable with that price point, but this is such a great retreat. For those of you who've never been, believe me, you'll be grateful you spent the money. Okay, but I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping we can negotiate a lower cost. And that I always got, I mean, let's be honest, by the end of the CFR in Tehachapi, oh, thank you, Kim, okay. But by the end of CFR in Tehachapi, after 8 years of CFR, they were giving me my room for free. They were giving us the convention room for free. And we were paying for other things, including insurance. So this is still fluid. This is not a fixed price. Okay, so Sunday, hopefully, Kimmy Go is saying she's going to debrief remotely. That's great. If my phone is charged, we'll do what we have to do, girls. If it's got to be a Zoom call, it'll be a Zoom call. But we are going to make this work, and we're going to make it happy. Also, Ethan, the guy from PR who's been working with us, you're not going to believe this. He learned to knit last month. So I said, you come on down. You're my guest. If Ethan's at the door, find me and tell me, because we want this guy on our team. The hotel's take, they did not believe this would work. They thought I was nuts. They thought, who does things like this? They kept believing we were a wedding or something crazy. Well, let me tell you, I don't know how many rooms we bought, but apparently we convinced them. Because they are like, please come back next year. We'll give you even better deals. So this is good. I think we've got a tiger by the tail here in a good way. I think we've got something really good that we can work with, okay? One of the things I want feedback on, I do not want to keep this date. They've already started a yarn show next week. And I know I'm competing with these people who are charging like 15 at the door for like 100 vendors. And I'm charging 35 for 4 vendors. But you have to, if you know about what CFR is compared to a massive retreat like this. Hello, my darling Lex. Lex, this is a CFR catch-up. You may also want to watch this from the beginning if you want to hear all the information. Okay, so let me think if there's anything else. So Ethan may show up, and the people from the 2 knitting groups may show up. And again, they haven't paid admission, and they don't get door prizes. They don't get raffle tickets or the goodie bags, unless they bring bears from Mother Bear. Yes, one of them is. She already showed me her bear. And so, it's very exciting. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I haven't hit. Not really. Yeah, by the way, I'm getting I had a suite upgrade coming from Marriott. That's not on you guys. You're not paying for that. I'm not that cold-hearted, like, give me everything. 5 days on you. No, I'm just staying Friday and Saturday night. Okay, so meanwhile, I'm trying to think about communication. My guess is when I get there, I'm going to just admit everybody to my Instagram account so that we can all follow each other and message each other. Okay, so I will try to do that. So if when in doubt, again, if you come to me, I'll try to broadcast any messages we need to broadcast during the retreat. Please remember hashtag CFR23. And there are other people who used it for high school functions or something. Once you announce a hashtag, somebody co-ops it. But I've been trying to use it. And so you should be able to find things with that hashtag right now on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, and I think that's all there is. And I've got to go see another patient. And then yes, I do. And then my weekend begins. If you have any questions, you can always email me on Ravelry. I know a lot of people gave ideas, and I said, no, and I must sound like the no person. No, there have been a lot of great ideas, and I really welcome your ideas. It doesn't mean I'm going to be able to use all of them because we do know how this works. We have had 8 years of experience at this. So sometimes I know when an idea just isn't going to fly, and I don't mean to be harsh if I say that to you. Please don't hear that as anything but grateful, but not every idea will fly. Okay, I think that's really it. So, the drill, guys. Oh, get your vaccines. If you haven't gotten them yet, please get your vaccines. Please remember, masks are optional. Somebody's wearing a mask or someone's not wearing a mask. We don't start something, okay? Also, we're not doing, the heavy issues. This is a knitting retreat. We're going to be there to be together in love and harmony. Yeah, that's right. I said it because I am a DBT therapist, and that means I believe in compassion, love, and harmony, or I wouldn't do this stuff, all right? So we are there for each other, and we are there peacefully and harmoniously. And if there are problems, I'm the clearinghouse. If you have a problem, you come to me, and I'll deal with it. But otherwise, everybody take a deep breath and remember that we are there as a community. As a community, when we support the community, we help ourselves. When we help ourselves in the appropriate ways, we are supporting the community. Meantime, everybody stay safe, take care of each other. Oh my God, I'll see you soon. I'm so stressed out. Bye-bye.